loyal subjects, so not to jump in media res, as they say, but this just happened. So, okay, real quick to back up, for those of you who are not aware, there is an occurrence sometimes in which there is a message pops up and it says there's a spy aboard. And the detailed description is that you wouldn't have known it, except for a letter was turned over the wrong way when it should have been facing upright. So you do a mirrors test to see if you can catch a spy. Now this has popped up a couple of times for me before, and I've never been able to catch a spy because I have like a 28% chance of actually succeeding. So, what ends up happening every time is that strategic intelligence gets stolen, and I get pissed off because then I'm lost my one half of vital intelligence that I'm trying to collect and then sell for echoes. This time I did it, and the determined doctor is the traitor. Yeah. And I don't know how to feel about that. So apparently he has embraced anarchy. He wants to seal those on the surface. I believe that we're talking about the conspiracy that is trying to bring down fallen London. Somehow he has latched on to this, and I don't know what to do here. The determined doctor stands as the door opens, irons clinking on his wrists, his eyes defiant. The cold sweat on his brow tells a different story. So I don't want to have to get rid of the doctor. I don't. He's an alright guy. But at the same time, like, I don't, he's been a spy. So I don't want to deal with the determined doctor. He only did what he thought is right. If he swears never to repeat this, his honor will hold him to it. I don't really want to pass judgment on the determined doctor. You've heard enough. I want to argue with him. I'm going to argue with him and see what happens. It is a question worth asking. For a moment, it is as if you have gotten through to him, but no. A man who would fall so quickly from worshipping sorrow spiders into the crooked clutches of the Calendar Council and still be instantly won over by a bunch of Kanyan anarchs is a man with an impenetrable shield of homilies and self-justification. I did what I must, said the doctor, his solitary eye staring past your ear. I could have done no less. Fuck. I'll try and deal with him. Please understand, there was no pleasure or satisfaction in what I did. It was only with the bitterest regret and for the greatest good that I betrayed your trust. But I cannot swear that, madame. I must continue to act as my conscience demands, as must you with yours. I will speak no false promises to spare my neck. Okay. He is too good a surgeon to simply discard. It does not seem much of a punishment. Still, the doctor's face sinks into gloom. Was he hoping to be a martyr for his latest cause? Is he simply sick that he will be unable to help his anarch friends? It matters not. The irons around his wrist are removed. He is free to resume his duties, at least for the moment. Check on the determined doctor. He has not caused any more trouble, but it remains a cause for concern. A man distracted. The guard reports that the doctor has barely spoken since returning to work. He certainly has not smiled. He goes through the motions solely in the hope of being left alone, away from the scorn and suspicion of the crew. His patients leave mended, more or less, but their sutures are poorly stitched, the medications miscounted, and their bones carelessly set. The crew grumbles. A word must be had. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. What does he give me? Hearts, pages, and a... Okay, so somehow I have to get Supremacy London up a little bit. something that I do not have. Well, hi, welcome to this episode of Sunless Sea. The choices that this game gives you and forces you to make, I swear, there's nothing easy about this game. There's certainly nothing easy about this game. But as far as what we will do with the Doctor, I think I will leave him be for now. Unless there is any further adverse effect upon me or my crew, which at this point in time I do not foresee happening. But again, there's a very distinct possibility there. So for now I'm going to keep grinding. I'm building up my echoes, as you can... music. As you can see here, I am at 87,000... 8,000... Well, I'm sorry, my brain is reeling from that. Like, my jaw dropped. My jaw dropped. Like, the Haunted Doctor is the spy. I've come across this, like, 2-3 times, and it's been, like, not insignificant, but it's always been in between recordings. So I'm just like, oh, well, who's the spy? Some insignificant little bastard who managed to sneak on board my ship. Blur, 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 blur. Some sailor I took on board. No, it's my doctor. The Doctor. You know, it's like if on, like, well, I mean, he's no Dr. McCoy, but, like, imagine if on Star Trek it turned out that Bones was in league with the Klingons and Kirk had to figure out what to do with him. Yeah. Well, so... I guess if you go... So this is basically, for those of you who are curious, if you go down near Savior's Rocks, especially Nativity, and you've got the Haunted Doctor, that will start opening up that storyline, it appears. He'll start talking about how he used to worship the Sorrow Spiders. Then you'll take him to Khan's Shadow, as part of his storyline. That will get him on the path to Anarchy, and that will start up this. So, for those of you who are curious about how to unlock that particular storylet, apparently that is how you get a spy aboard. You want to have your mirrors high, just in case. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh. What is this? As you pass an elegant house, lights blaze and shouts echo. Someone has caused a commotion, and here, you imagine, is that someone slipping over a garden wall. He loses his grip and falls. Muffled cry, and he's sitting on the ground, nursing his ankle. Assist him. He's probably up to no good, but perhaps that's an opportunity for you. Turn him in for justice and all those admirable abstract... Yeah, sure. A flashing smile. A devilishly handsome young man. Oh, thank you, he says. He peers at your face and adds, thank you, in English this time. I was visiting a friend of mine, and her other friend was... Well, close friend, well, husband came home early. I could have been very embarrassed. Oh, great wind, you've recognized my face, haven't you? You haven't. Look, I'll put in a word for you with the clan. Drop by the palace someday, and I'll see you remembered. Don't mention my name, though. Here's my boat. You, pilot, pay this one. He's a friend of the leopard. 3 favors of the leopard. And 50 echo. I'll take. Gladly will take. Okay, well, I'm going to cut away now, and, unless something else big pops up, like the Doctor being a spy, then the next time I come back, I will probably have a new ship. Again, I'm aiming for 13,000 echo because I can get a cargo ship for 6 grand right now. But at 13 grand, I can actually have a decently classed ship that can have good weapons on it. I might not even have to sell the Memento Mori. I'll just have what I need. So we will see. What that brings us, but for now, I'm going to cut away from here, and I shall return shortly. Alright, loyal subjects, we're back. Now, before I address why my doctor is still with me and disillusioned, let's address the elephant in the room. Look at this baby. And, beautiful ship. 450 hull. Doesn't back up as quickly as my previous ship, which is, I just found out, battling a Tyrant Moth. But 22 crew, 450 hull. Let's get into the specifics here. Maynard class frigate. I have named her the Coronado. I went on a bit of a spending spree. I got the... Boudica. I'm just going to say Boudica. More power, less subtlety, engine power, plus 1,500. And then I got the Cottrell and Hathersage Majesty. The Majesty is the only front-mounted pure cannon, which I personally like. Others are torpedoes and flensing weapons. It's a forward weapon that does comparable damage as to the Memento Mori. Now, last time I was grinding to get money to be able to afford purchasing this. So, after defeating Mount Nomad 8 or 9 times, and then finally deciding that yes, I would sell the Memento Mori, I got up enough echoes in order to be able to trade this in. Now, the thing with the Memento Mori is that I was not sure who I was going to sell it to. I knew I was not going to sell it to London because they were only offering 1,000 echoes. I was highly considering selling it to the Servants of the Dawn Machine at the Grand Geode because they were offering 1,000 echoes plus all kinds of good stuff. But then I went to the Khanate, and they offered me 3 captivating treasures. And 3 captivating treasures, each one can be sold for 1,000 echoes. So that's $2,000 more than I would have gotten from anybody else. You know, minus all the like different knickknacks and things that you would get from some such a venture. So I decided to go with the Khanate, and that's where I sold it to. Now, when I was in London, I stopped by the Venturer. And as you know, we've had the Venturer ready to go to the Avid Horizon for a little bit of time now, but I haven't had the hold space. Well, this baby has 70 hold. 70 cargo space, 70 hold space. Oh, man. Oh, I'm like, I want to get here. So I'm like, not really thinking. I'm trying to be very specific. This baby has 70 hold, 70 cargo space, so I was able to take the materials for the passage. We are able to go here to the Avid Horizon, and that's the very first thing I want to do, is before I even bother doing anything else, I want to see what the Venturer's Desire will bring him in this, you know, I spent all that time gathering those materials for him, getting money, and now here we are. I'm just going to save just in case, because, you know, this is Sunless Sea, and who knows what's going to happen. No, Chris, don't actually, there we go, we click on this. Open the High Gate, a curious miscellany, gathered from all across the wide Black Sea. Your companion knows how to use these materials. Whew, okay. Most of the supplies remain packed. The Venturer extracts gems, wire, bone. At the base of each statue, he constructs a kind of cage. At the heart of each cage is a candle. We won't light them, he tells you confidently. We'd be seen. The gate only opens when the Watchers are blind. Watch as he completes his... Oh, wait. Oh! Oh my! Oh, do I want to? Oh man! Oh man! Your sailors assist the merchant venturer as he assembles a Sorry, I should have been reading this first, but then I went down here. A platform takes shape before the gate, a structure like a vast dragonfly or a carnival float. He piles it with cargo. The gate, he tells you, is a law, not a door. In a moment of inattention from its guardians, the law may be broken. So we can watch as he completes his scheme. Trade exists beyond the gate in the high wilderness. The bazaar itself has told me this. I will earn the currencies of heaven. I will return strong with strange riches. Or pass beyond with him. Will you come with me? I don't know when we'll return, but when we do, we will be armored in glory. This will end your game, although your next character will retain something interesting. Man. I'm so intrigued by this. And I mean I've also done all this shit. Oh! I don't know. I really don't know. I am genuinely, you know, I was willing to establish a pocket kingdom in Estival. That has been my goal. That has been my grand scheme. Right. Here's what I'm going to do. For the purposes of this video series, because I had expressed that I was going to establish the kingdom on Estival, I will, in fact, not pass beyond. Shit. The gate does not open in the way of other gates. Nothing moves, but its surface blazes bright as the skin of a star. The light is like the savage radiance from the Dawn Machine's ruptures. Adventurer and his machine shine like glass, their bones illuminated within, a sight so beautiful that sailors cry out and fall to their knees. The light grows brighter still, and now all the colors and all the ice around you are visible. Brighter, and you can see nothing at all. The light fades, the high gate is closed, the Venturer and his cargo are gone into the void. As your eyes recover far, far away in the uttermost south, you glimpse a pulse of a ruddy, envious light. Yep. Okay. Well, we did it. And wow. Man, I gotta tell you, in all honesty, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm doing this series for the channel, I think I would have gone with him. And I would have started all the way over, and we would have made it happen. But holy shit, wow. Oh. I should have saved and maybe split. You know, done a split, like one save here, one save there, like two different nightmare to the well, but I don't want to incur another wound. I think I have two. Oh, whatever. Now I do have 2 wounds. Okay, I have a weeping scar. Alright. Ah, man. Man. Oh, dreams have passed. That's excellent. Wow, such a hard choice. That was so harsh. Okay. I gotta tell you, this game and its decision-making processes have made me think so hard. Like, I have put in so much more thought into this game than I have into a game in a very long time. You know, for example, I was looking at the different ships that I could potentially get. Did I really just eat that much? It was because I've got so much more crew. Because did I not eat at the... Oh, fuck. See, now I'm all distracted because I'm thinking about the Venture and what I could have... Anyways, moving on. Actually being, you know, focused for once. I gotta tell you, like, I was looking... But this... The Coronado that I have, and the cargo ship, which was significantly cheaper. 6,000 echoes traded in versus the 13,000 for this guy. And I was looking at the stats, and I was looking at, you know, what it would give me. And granted, the cargo ship had way more space in the hold. At the same time, like, there was, you know, I wouldn't have another gun. I wouldn't have a deck gun. I wouldn't have as much speed. It would be significantly heavier. And it would just be, it just did not feel worth it. Plus, once I discovered that I could get another deck gun for fairly cheap, and a set of engines for fairly cheap, that would allow me to go faster, along with having more hull and more crew, then I ultimately decided to go with this guy. But I was weighing consequences and I was weighing echoes because I need to take 50 units of supplies to the Grand Geode in order to complete what I need to establish the Kingdom on Estival. Now, and see, that's another reason why I ultimately did not go with the Venture, because I've got the figurehead. I need vital intelligence, which I have. I'm gonna go get. I traded in some vital. Oh yes, that's right. Woo! I almost forgot about this guy. I traded in some vital intelligence to London, to the Dark Spectacled Admiral, which increased the supremacy of London by just enough for me to activate talking to the Doctor and convincing him to join London's cause. So now he's back on my side. He's, you know, a little quieter, but he's not, you know, I thought for a minute there I was going to have to kick him off the ship, which I did not want to do. So I did that. Oh god, I just got distracted. Where was I going? That's right. Strategic intelligence, vital intelligence. I need vital intelligence down at the Grand Geode. I need a number of things. So, you know, I was thinking, like, I wanted to have some echoes left over so that I could go and just buy the cargo and have enough space. However... Oh, I'm way below where I want to be. However, this deck gun that I have does comparable damage to the Memento Mori, which I sold in order to get enough echoes to buy the ship. So it does enough comparable damage, and I did go on one brief trek to test out the ship and just see, and yes, I can go toe-to-toe with Mount Nomad still. So I'm thinking what I will do... Let's see, let's just go up the crater. Okay. Let's just get some... Let's buy supplies and food and stuff. So I'm thinking what I will end up doing... Oh! I need you. I need you. Wait. What do I need this for? I know what I need that for. But that's in a few minutes. Oh my god, I'm getting so distracted, and I'm sorry. So what I'm thinking I will do is, with the combination of running and smuggling sunlight and selling it to the blind bruiser, between that and then I can probably take down Mount Nomad one or two more times as long as I'm careful. Because again, I noticed that this ship does not back up as quickly as my previous vessel did. But I think I should be able to build up enough echoes to make that trip here very shortly. And I can do it within a reasonable amount of time. So, that is going to conclude this episode. Sometimes I feel like I talk too much, but there's so much I think in this game. There is so much to discuss and so much to just like explore and see. Empire of Hands, that's where I'm going for my strategic intelligence. There's just so much to see and so much to do, and it's like I have notes. I have notes in front of me every time I write something down or come across something that's going to be useful later that I need to investigate or something. I just keep track of it and I keep notes, and sometimes they're a little bit jumbled and all over the place, and I have to try and figure out what the hell I meant by what I wrote down. Yeah, this is a water cooler game. This is a game where you talk about what you've done, how you've chosen to do things, and I think that's why, because I've seen a number of Sunless Sea videos and playthroughs out there. I think that's why this game is so endearing to watch what other people have done, even if you're playing the game yourself. Anyways, I'm gonna go about my task of raising up enough echoes to head down to the Grand Geode, so that I can start with the ambition of establishing my own kingdom. So that will do it for now. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Sunless Sea. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out everything else going on the California Kings channel. We'll see you next time.